Hello everyone. First of all, can everyone hear me okay? I'm asking because I had a friend over, well not over, they were helping. Yes? Okay, good. Because my capture card, so Thursday stream didn't happen. I was supposed to stream Pokemon Violet, the Indigo Disc DLC, and I was super excited for it. But my capture card wasn't working, and my friend came on the computer and did the whole take control of your computer to try and like fix it and see what was wrong. And he was messing with my Streamlabs, and I was freaking out there because at the start screen, the starting soon, it was like stopping, like the animation. I'm like, am I lagging? What's happening? And no, it's just there was a setting change. So I'm like, oh great, we're gonna find out if he changed any settings trying to fix things. Oh boy. Because he doesn't really know Streamlabs well, but he knew a few things, so oh well. It's fine. But welcome everyone, we're doing more of our Gen series with the tier lists. We're on Gen 5 this time. As you can see, I'm a little overly excited. I kind of went extra step with my PNG assets. I had to add Daddy Drayden. I had to get a pillow for Daddy Drayden. Alright, there's nothing wrong with that. He's the best of the gym leaders, what do you mean? But as is with the last couple, I have not played Black and White. I have played like Ruby, Sapphire, Diamond, Pearl. I played the remakes of those, so I had some understanding of the Pokemon and everything, but when it comes to Unova and Gen 5, I know nothing. I know the Pokemon from other gens because they show in later games and all, but I know absolutely nothing like on how the story went or anything. So this one is going to be a little more aesthetic based than the others, where I was trying to pick Pokemon based on, oh, I use that on my team, that's a good strong Pokemon, and trying not to just do purely aesthetic. So this time might be a bit more aesthetic just because of my knowledge. However, apparently according to the DLC, where it seems to be hinting at a Unova remake, which I really want because I would love a chance to play the Black and White series. I know everyone's like, you can just use an emulator, but I'd just rather not. I don't want Nintendo mad at me, and I'm always scared of those things because I'm like, I'm gonna be the one person that ends up downloading a virus if I try. So no. I'd rather not. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the tier list. Alright, rather than go to the right screen. There we go. So, Unova is huge. What is it, like 155 or something Pokemon? There's a lot. There's a lot in this gen. I also didn't bother finding lo-fi music this time. I was out of it the last few days. I had such a headache. For those that don't know with the channel, I try to be as consistent as possible, but I do suffer from chronic migraines. And like, not just migraines, but like, what was it the doctor told me? Like, I suffer from chronic migraines, cluster headaches, sinus headaches. If it's a headache type, I suffer from it chronically. So sometimes I can do well for like months and not feel a headache. Sometimes I can go weeks, and sometimes I can't even go a couple hours or a day. It varies. And the time of the year sometimes affects it. That's why too, if my voice sounds weird at all, or if I'm sniffling at all today, I apologize. My allergies are horrendous. It's the seasonal yuck, as I like to call it. But yeah, so let's go ahead and start before like allergies overtake and I lose my voice or something. So first off, this was weird, because once I finished the one gen, like Gen 4, I saw Victini at the end, and I'm like, well, usually when I enter a new gen, when going down the line, it shows the starter, so I know where to cut off. But no, because I searched it, and Victini is actually a Gen 5 Pokemon. For some reason, it started here, though, instead of at the starter, so it threw me off. But we got Victini. I love Victini's design. Victini is cute. I like the whole V for victory like theme. I guess that's what it is. That's what I assume. I like this little legendary. It's one of the ones that's I'm like, you hit those gens that have so many legendaries that I'm like, okay, you're making it less special now. Some of them are cool, yeah, but like we go overboard with the amount of legendaries. If you're gonna do that, don't release them all at the end. Release them through the game. Maybe it did that. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't get to play Gen 5. However, I actually really like Victini's design. Victini's cute. And again, since we're doing aesthetics this time, due to the fact I didn't get to play anything related to Gen 5 since there's no remake, I give Victini an S. I like the design. So, all of you that want to go on aesthetics, this is the tier list for you. We're not doing, well, I might, like, if I know something's really strong, I might go off that, but for the most part, it's going to be aesthetic based. Then next up we got into our starters. We got Snivy. So as I was looking at the starters, if I did get to play Gen 5, this is the one I would start with. I actually like the grass type the most in this one. So I'm sorry to the fans of the fire starter and the water starter this gen. The grass starter wins for me. The water is close though. Water one's cute. I'm not a fan of Tipig. Those who have loved Tipig, I'm sorry. I think that's how you say it. But this is Snivy. I like Snivy. Snivy's got the little smirk and the side-eye expression. He's got the Trico vibe going on. So I always like to put my favorite starters up in S, so we're gonna throw the Snivy line up there. Same with a Servine. It's just the smug little guy. I like the smug little looks. It's cute, and I like the whole snake theme for this one too. I thought that was cool. Usually, you get like, you know, what is it? The dreaded thing that the fire starter said, they start on all fours, but they eventually go on twos, and everyone's upset about it. But with this one, it was neat because, let me throw this one in S. It becomes, there's no legs. It's just snake. And I thought that was neat. I wonder what they will do if there's a new gen, what the next gen starters would be. Going through them all. I kind of want a dinosaur. Well, no, I was gonna say they kind of did that with like Totodile, but then again, that's more like alligator. So, what animal would be cool as a starter? Maybe a porcupine. I don't think is there a porcupine Pokemon? Now I'm thinking, I'm like, wait, I don't remember seeing one. A porcupine would be neat. They'd like a porcupine for grass. It could work with fire too, with like fiery like pin needles on its back. Though that might be a cool. No, I think there is a porcupine, or is that a hedgehog? Shaman's a hedgehog. That's right. But I think that'd be cool, or a lightning type with the little pin bolts. The lightning could go between them. I want a porcupine starter. I think that'd be neat. But yeah, the whole Superior, the whole Snivy line, I like them the best of the starters. They get the S tier. Then we got Tepig. Tepig's cute. I just wasn't super into the fire line this time. It starts with like a baby. It kind of has like a spoink look with the tail. It's cute. But I'm gonna be honest, Tepig isn't my favorite as far as starters go. I don't think it's a terrible design. It's not my favorite, but I'm going to give it, it's going in B. Again, I am sorry to the Tepig fans. Also, a reminder, these are my silly thoughts and opinions. This is not like I say this and I'm like, this is fact, this is how it is. No. It's just what I think. If you like any of these, that's awesome. Pokemon's there. Everyone likes one of the Pokemon. Even the one you think no one will like, someone likes it out there. And that's what's awesome about it. Next up, we have Pignite, which it suffers from that, you know, that middle evolution. I don't like the middle evolution look. I like Tepig more. No, Pignite, nah, I'm going to throw in D. Again, I'm going by aesthetics this time. Not a fan of Pignite's look. I don't think it's the worst design though, so it don't go lower than D. And then we have Imbor. I saw the shiny form of this and it's wild. It's like blue and orange. It's random. It's not something I expected. I'll say that much. But we got Imbor. I would give Imbor a, I don't think I would put it the same as Pignite. I'd give Imbor a C. It's not my favorite in the designs, but it's alright. Next up we have Oshawott. He's a cutie. I like Oshawott. I like the whole otter theme. This would be the other starter I would pick easily. I enjoy Oshawott. It's adorable. This one gets an A. The fire did not hit this time. Next up we have Duat. I actually like the middle evolution more than the others for this one. I actually think this is adorable. I love this design. Super cute. It looks a lot cooler, like, in the middle evolutions is probably, of the starters, this is probably the best one. Wait, I may take that back with like 2 of them. It's one of the top ones. It's probably in the top 5 of them. But this also gets, and I actually might give this one an S on its own because I actually really like the design of that one. Next up we have Samurott. I hope I'm saying them right. This is also super cool. I like the design. Got the facial hair going. It's really cool. It's like it has a seashell in its head. I'll give this one an S as well. It's actually super nice. Then we have Patrat. Not sure how to say it. We're entering the Rattatas of the gen, I am guessing, because it's like early in what it is. Normal typing, I know that much. I think it might have some dark typing to it. Not 100%. Like I said, I didn't get to really play this gen. Oop, didn't mean to switch over yet. It's there. It's like, it's okay. It's not my favorite design. I think I like it more than Pignite though. It's going to go in D. Let me lower this a bit. There we go. That way I can see more of the Pokemon. And then we have Watchog. The eyes, it is so angry. I like the little safety vest looking design to it. Got the whole meerkat vibe. It's just the eyes freak me out on this thing. Again, not my favorite. Site. I'll put it in D as well. Next up we have Lillipup. Super cute. Adorable. Not my favorite though. I like Bread Dog more, but Bread Dog's the most recent gen. And I'm trying to think, I'm like seeing if any of these that I use, so I know where to put them if it comes to usefulness. I know with the starters, the usefulness would probably be higher, but still. Design wise, where would I put this? B. It can go in B. Then we have Herdier. Herdier is what I think, because of herding. It has like, you know, like going with the sheepdog thing, though it's not quite. It's more like a Scotty dog almost. Got Herdier. Again, it's Pupper. Pupper is cute. Pupper goes B. And then lastly in the line we have Stoutland. Again, I love that it's like one of those like little Scotty dogs. So I love Scotty dogs. They're like some of my favorite. They look like little old men, and I like them when they put them in the little like plaid jackets. But Stoutland I don't like as much as the other two. I'll put it in C. It's better than Imbor though. Next up we have a Purloin. Purloin's cute. It's purple. I'm biased. I gotta like the purple cat. It has the smug, it got the smug face going. Purloin's cute. I like Purloin's design. I'd say I'd give it a B. And can go up here. Right there. And then we have a Lipard. Lipard's cool. I like this design as well. It's one of my more favorite of the cat designs. I would say A. This one deserves an A rank. Next up we have, I hate the monkeys. I am sorry. We have the monkeys. Why? Just, why? I don't, okay, so I haven't played Gen 5, but I know these ones from another gen, and I forgot which one it was. I think it was in Alola you could run into these, that gen. I hated these monkeys. They were everywhere. Not my favorites. They were super annoying to run into. Design though? Are they as bad as an F? I really don't like the monkeys. You know what? Screw it. F. Evolutions. Simisage. I will give Simisage higher because it got the whole pompadour going. Got the Koraba look going. Oh gosh, I need to watch the new Yu Yu Hakusho live action. I want to see it. I heard it's actually pretty good. Are we in that era of now there's live action anime shows that are actually good? I heard One Piece was pretty nice. Though I'm saying I enjoyed it, and a lot of people said they like it, but I never like seen the whole other of the anime. I need to one day, but it's so daunting with how much there is. I'm gonna give it a higher ranking just due to I appreciate the pompadour. And then of course we got Pansear. It's just like Pansear a bit more to Pansage, we'll say that much. Simisare. I'm not vibing with the monkeys. The others can go up and eat. And then we got, Pampor. It's probably my least favorite of them. It's just, I don't know. There's just something about these monkeys that just I did not vibe with. No. And then we have Muna. I know the whole thing with this thing, isn't it supposed to be like kind of like a tapir and the whole Dream Eater thing, because there's like a yokai that has to deal with that. And I forgot the name of the yokai, but I remember that in particular from naming another Pokemon like game, Yokai Watch. I actually really like the Yokai Watch games. They're not bad. Well, game. I only played the first one. I want to try the others. I actually enjoy them, but I don't know. Can I get them on the Switch? Because I know, can't get anything from the 3DS store anymore, which is really sad. But Luna, design-wise, this one's kind of, it's weird. It's like they took the yokai, but then they added flowers. It almost looks like the flower power kind of thing. I'm not feeling it. You know what? It's still cooler than the monkeys. And then we have Masharna. Masharna is a lot cuter. I like the whole sleepy vibe, and I can see the tapir more into this. It don't have the weird flower power feel to it. But it's not my favorite. But it's better than Imbor in my opinion. I'll put it there. It's more creative. I get the design why it is and it's based on. Then we have Pidove. I like Pidove. It's one of the starter birds. I actually really like this line. I like the design. I like it more than actually the Pidgeot line even too. Pidove gets a solid, it's still just like bird. So it just gets a C. But as it evolves, it gets a little cooler. It got Tranquil. Just a little cooler, not super much. It can stay in B. Let's do this. And then we hit Unpheasant, which is the design I like the most. I think this is really cool. I like the whole look of it. It's one of my favorite starter birds. This one can go up into B. It doesn't deserve A or S, but it deserves B. Then we have Blitzel. Blitzel's cute. I like the whole zebra theme. I like that they went to the electric as well. They look really cool in Violet, the way they animated it too. This all lights up and everything. Again, solid B. I'm not sure where I would put them in like order sometimes, so I'm just gonna throw it there. Sometimes, if I say it'll make a difference, it'll make a difference. Otherwise, I just throw them there. And then we have the evolution Zebstrika. I guess that's how you say it. This is super cool design. I like this one a lot. This one can go up into A. I'm gonna be picky with my S ranks. Because again, since we're just doing aesthetic, I want to be a little... And we don't got the strength factor in. I'm gonna be a little more selective. Try to be anyway. Then we have Roggenrola. It's just a rock. Nah. F. Over the monkeys. And then Boldor. I was not a fan of these designs. They're weird to me. I think the Pokemon's actually pretty decent, the end evolution, but just was not a fan of how they looked, which is what we're going off of today. Same with Gigalith. Not my favorite, but it is a bit cooler. I will say it is cooler. It can go up into E. Then we have S. Yeah, you heard it. S. S plus. Need a Woobat. 1 second. We'll make it purple because purple is my favorite color. No, that's not the one I wanted. That's for that. Hold up. The best one. And purple. There we go. Woobat. It deserves the best thing. You see it? It's on my head. It's my favorite of the whole gen. I love Woobat. Look at it. Look at this. Look at the derpy face, a little tooth. It looks like a little dust bunny with wings. I love them. How can you not love Woobat? This is the peak of Pokemon designs. I'm not even being like saying this to be funny or, you know, ironic or anything. I actually really like Woobat. It's adorable. It deserves its own tier. It's above S. This is the best one right here. Woobat wins. Is it good? Not really. I don't care. It goes to the top in this one. I am breaking all my rules this gen. And then we have Swoobat, which is why I don't evolve Woobat. Swoobat's cute, don't get me wrong. It's not terrible, but Woobat is perfect as is and does not need to evolve ever. But Swoobat gets a B. It's not, I don't really like the evolution super much. It's okay. It's not like horrible, but Woobat takes all. And then we have Drillbur. Drillbur is cute. Look at the little guy. He wants uppies. He is asking for the uppies. Drillbur's good. I fought against Excadrill actually this recent game, and it was a pretty strong Pokemon. Well, at least in my opinion, it was pretty good how it was used. That's the one thing I like about the DLC too, is this new like location. They do double battles, and the way they use the skills I actually kind of had trouble. I have level 100 IV trained Pokemon. They're like level 70 some, and they still hurt. They use the skills better. They actually made them somewhat of a challenge. The only reason they weren't a great challenge is they only had like 2 Pokemon, and they should have gave them like more of a fuller team. I probably would have hard time, which makes me excited to see about the actual like league, like the league there, or like the top trainers or whatever it's gonna be. So we'll see. But yeah, this gets it's okay. It's not my favorite. It gets a C. It can go here. And then we have Excadrill, I should say. This one gets a higher rank. This one's cool. I like this design. Definitely deserves to be up in like A. I like that design. Cool Pokemon. It hurts. Good speed. Yeah. Next up we have Audino. I do know this one from other gens. I always found it weird. It does look like it's wearing a little jacket though. I will say that is cute. I know a lot of people probably find this Pokemon cute. I just found it kind of weird. It's not my favorite. I mean, it was okay. It could be a little tanky, I guess, kind of like your, like, Clefairy, Chansey kind of thing. It's a D. I don't really care for Audino that much. No to Audino. The audacity of the Audino. And then we have Tim. I don't like this line. I'm gonna be honest. Why I don't like it? Okay, this one's cute. Alright, Timber is fine. Timber is cute. It got the sassy smile. Timber is alright. Timber can have... It can be in D. C. Timber can be in C. It's okay. But then we have Girder, and I don't know. Why? It looks like a creepy Muppet. Like, and these things look like veins, and it's gross. I don't like Girder at all. It has the weird clown nose. It's F. It's worse than the monkeys. I am sorry, I don't like Girder. No, And then we have Conkeldurr, which I like a little more than Girder, but it's still kind of like a weird Muppet. That's what it looks like to me. It's staying an F, but it's like less. I know it's a good Pokemon, that's the problem. But again, since I haven't played this gen, I'm not ranking it by ability. Then we have Tympole. It's just a little tadpole. It's cute. I mean, it's okay. It's not like amazing. It can go in E. I could go here. Just a little face. Little concerned face. And then we have Palpitoad. I can't see that name without thinking Palpatine. This is the Sith Lord of the Pokemon area. It's just do you see that face right there? It's just going, do it. I'm about to tell you the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise. It's not my favorite. It can go in E as well. It's still better than the monkeys. And then we have Seismitoad. I do like this one. I like it looks like it has goggles on. This one's cool. I think this Pokemon could be pretty strong as well, right? That's what I've seen and heard. Again, missed out in Gen 5 for those that joined in. This is the gen I want a remake of because I really want to play it. I don't have a way to get the original. And I want to play it because it has my little Woobat. Also, too, it has Daddy Drayden. I need to play Gen 5. I really do. Hopefully with it being hinted at in the DLC, we can get one. But Seismitoad or whatever can have C rank. And then we have a Throw. Again, what is with the... It looks like a Muppet. What is with the Muppet designs this gen? There's like so many cool Pokemon this gen, but then they have these like weird Muppet looking... I was not a fan of Throw and Sock and Throw. I think the other one's named Sock, yeah? It's not an F. It's better than the monkeys. They can come in E as well. Same with Sock. I like Sock more than Throw though. It just they remind me of Muppets. Sock can actually go there. It'd be higher than Palpitoad as well. And then we have Swaddle. Swaddle is a cute bug type. I think it's cuter than Caterpie and Weedle and the like. I actually really like Swaddle. It's not cute enough to be high, but it can go in C. Let's put Swaddle there. I think it's adorable for a little bug. I like that it has like a hat. And then we have Swadloon. I actually think Swaddle's cuter. It got grumpy. But I like that has like a little blanket. It's still cute. It stays in sea. Oop. And then for its final evolution, I have used this. I used this a bit in Arceus. Because I remember having this in Arceus. The Vani, I think is how it's said. I like Levani's design. It's friend. I would put this one in B. I don't think it belongs higher, but I like it. And then we have Venipede. This one's a cool line. I like the Pokemon in this line. I like the design. It's cool. It's not my favorite though. It goes in D. And then we have Whirlipede. It's just a sphere. It is a wheel. Also in D, but it gets higher. I actually kind of think it's kind of cool compared to the others. But we're here for Scolipede. I think it's Scolipede. Yeah? This is cool. I love this one's design. This one is really strong. I know this one. I remember that. Who had it on their team? This gets a higher rank. This gets an A. I like Scolipede. And then we have Cottony. Cottony's cute. It's kind of just there though. Not super amazing, but it's adorable. I had this on my team for a bit. I didn't end up using it super much, but I will give it... It can go into C. Go up next to the Swaddle line. And then we have Whimsicott. Whimsicott's adorable. This thing's obnoxious to fight. My friend had a strat with this thing and it made it hard to beat. I actually know this can be a really pretty strong Pokemon to have on a team. Whimsicott can have a rank. And then we have Petilli, or Petal, or however you say it. Cute, but it looks like a little bit of like a bulb of onion or garlic, but it's still cute. I can give this one a B. Oh gosh. Yes, thank you for the update windows. And then next up we have Lilligant. I love this design. This is so pretty. Horrible people make art on this thing just like Vaporeon. Why, people? Why? Don't do that. But Lilligant is gorgeous. I love this design. Super pretty Pokemon. I have used it. I like this one a lot. This one, it can be up in S. And then we have Basculin. I hated this Pokemon in Arceus and such. I kept running into this thing in the water to the point that it got very obnoxious. It became like a Zubat of the water. It's okay. It's fish. It's E. It's just, nah. Then we have Sandile. I like this line. It has like sunglasses. How can you not love it? Little crocodile of the sand. Sandile can come up into C. Cries in Namazu? Why did you cry in Namazu? What is it that made you cry in Namazu? What in here is Namazu? And then we have Krokorok. Krokorok, I think is how you say it. This one's cool. This one's easily up in A. We fish don't stink. Oh. Namazu are better than Basculin though. Come on now. And then of course we have Crocodile. Look at it. This is such a cool Pokemon. I love the design. Again, the shades, the sass. Also really nice to have on the team. It doesn't quite get an S for me, but it does get a high A. And then we have a Darumaka. This one's weird to me. I understand what it's based on, but it's still weird to me. It's just a little guy though. I don't think it deserves to be in D. I'll put it in C. I don't feel like it deserves a low rank, but because it's just, you know, look, little happy guy. And then Darmanian. I don't. It's Y. This gets D. This one gets D. The first one gets C because it's just happy little guy. I don't want to talk about it. And then we got Maractus. We got another cactus one. This one was cool. I like the design of this one. Because the other one, Cactuar and all that, just reminded me of Digimons. This one's cool. At least it seemed more unique. I like the design of this one. I love the flowers. This one can have a C as well. Next up we have Dwibble. Dwibble's cute. I'm used to Dwibble and Crustle because of Sun and Moon. Seeing them all over that. Little hermit crab. I like little hermit crabs. They're adorable. Usefulness, it was okay. Can I? Okay, it wasn't letting me click for a second. I got confused. I can have a C as well. C is gonna probably be one of the bigger ones. And then we have Crustle. It is other hermit crab, except I like Dwibble more. Dwibble's cuter. Crustle is more of a D. Then we got Scraggy. I love this thing in the anime. It's just constantly holding its pants up and falling over. It's cute. I love Scraggy. Though it's like, you see the eyes here, right? But every so often I keep thinking like the little nostrils are the eyes, and it's just like tiny, tiny eyeballs and then the mouth. And now you can't unsee it, can you? That's just the cheeks. It gives it a whole new look. I like Scraggy though. Scraggy's cute. I would give Scraggy a B. Like a B up here. And then there is Scrafty. The cooler Scraggy. It got a mohawk, but it's still having the pants issue. I actually find Scraggy cuter than Scrafty. I'm gonna give Scrafty a C. Next up we have Sealith. Why? Another one I never understood. He rocking them trip pants, yeah. But I like this thing is, I don't know, it's cool, but it's also weird. I don't like with Zatu you had like the hieroglyphic looking thing, and that was neat, and I love Zatu, but this one I'm not that much of a fan of. It doesn't deserve an E because it's just unique. I'll put it in D, a higher D, but it's weird. And then we have Yamask. I actually like Yamask, believe it or not. Design-wise, with the lore, it just enhances the design more. It's freaky. The fact it's just, you know, a dead person, that's their face. But I like Yamask a lot. I would give Yamask, I actually give Yamask a B. I like Yamask. I like Yamask's design. And then Cofagrigus, also super cool. I like the whole concept of this Pokemon line. It's so creepy and eerie, but it's super cool. Cofagrigus can be in B as well. Can go next to Yamask. And then we have Tortuga. I'm gonna be honest, I keep forgetting that this Pokemon and its evolution exist. Like, I remember this one more than its evolution. It's like I never really see it much, again, because I didn't play Gen 5. That's probably the main thing. It's a turtle. It's a blue turtle. That's it. It just looks like the animal. It doesn't stand out super much to me, but it's not deserving of a D. I'll put it in C. And then Caracosta. Caracosta is cool. This design is neat. I just wish I knew more about it, because again, I keep forgetting it's a Pokemon. Like, as I was putting this in, I'm like, oh, that thing evolves, I forgot. But I like Caracosta's design. This one gets A, B. Well, actually, you know what? Since we're doing aesthetic mainly, it gets an A. I like Caracosta's design. Then we have Archon. I like this because I like what prehistoric creature it's based on, the Archaeopteryx. I think I said it correctly. It's cool. It's cute. I like it a lot. I did get annoyed running into it. I didn't use it, or was it just a fossil? I don't remember. I didn't use it super much, but I do like the design. It gets a B. Same with its evolution. Archeops. It gets a B. I like the whole theme of it. And then we have our little trashy boy. We got Trubbish. It is garbage. And that is not an insult. That is just what it is. It is Trubbish. The distressed little garbage Pokemon. Look at the face. It's not my favorite design, but I like the concept of it. I give it a C. It's cute. For garbage. And then you have Garbodor. See, I don't like this one. And then we gave it like pigtails for some reason. I like Trubbish more. This one just freaks me out. This one goes into E. Almost F, but not quite. And then next up we have Zorua. I know a lot of people love this one, and I do too. It's a fox. How can I not? Foxes are my favorite animals. No, I am not a furry. I just really like the animal. I think they're cute. I want to pet like Fennec Fox if I could, but they're a lot of work, and I don't want to pick one up just because it's cute. It's not right. But it's adorable. I love Zorua. I like the whole mimic skill, though. That can be frustrating because I hear in Pokemon Go someone or some people have been finding shinies, and it ends up just being this non-shiny little trickster. Zorua gets an S. I like Zorua. And Zorak as well gets an S. This thing is just cool. It's badass looking. I like it. S rank. Then we got Mincino. I hope I said right. Every time I see the name of this Pokemon and its evolution and see Mincino and stuff, I just think, ah yes, the cappuccino Pokemon. It's cappuccino. I don't know why. That's what I think of when I see the name. I love this Pokemon and its evolution. I love the design, and I always want to use them, but I never do. Maybe one gen I'll do it. Let's sit down and start using Pokemon I never use. That's what I need to do. Once I get my new capture card, because again, this one broke and I'm still like really upset about it because I was so excited for that stream. That bummed me out so much. I want to do Nuzlocke, but I might try to do something where like if I've used the Pokemon before, I can't do it. So like an extra rule for my run where it's like if it's like a Pokemon comes out and I'm only allowed to capture the first thing. If it's something I've already used, I'm allowed to pass on that till I find something I haven't. I think that we'll see. I try to work it in because I think it'd be more fun to switch up and not use things I know. But this gets an S. I like this design a lot. I love Mincino, and I like Cincino, if that's how I say it. It's so cute. Look at it. Little fluffy tail wrapped around like a scarf. This thing, I love it. Also S. Then we have Gothita. We got the goth Pokemon. You think I would like them more, given that I love gothic aesthetics. I mean, hello, Plague Nurse. I like pastel goth a bit more, but I love goth stuff. Gothy aesthetics are my favorite. This one was not... I was not a fan of it. It's not like the worst. It's a C. However, Gothorita, they're all like C's for me. I feel like it could have been cooler. Like there's a neat concept there. It just didn't hit for me. Same with Gothitelle. Like I like the dress and I like the bows. It just, I don't know. It's something that's not right with it. Always when they try to do like the human Pokemon, it just feels off. I think there's only like one that kind of hit, but yeah. Swoobat Sweep. Swoobat is... Where did I put Swoobat? Swoobat's in... Where'd it go? B. Woobat Sweep. Woobat got its own tier with the best one. Woobat's my favorite. I purposely don't evolve Woobat. It is my little fuzzball. Oh, you meant Woobat? Yeah, Woobat's my favorite. Then we have Colossus. Oh, by the way, Dr. Nevermore, this time I'm going purely by aesthetic. Gen 5, unfortunately, is the gen I didn't get to play because there's no remake and I didn't get a hold of the original. So I didn't want to go off of like power typing or like what's really good on a team because I didn't really get to experience it. I got to play them on like other gens, but it's not the same as like, oh, this was my team here, like I could do with the others. Like even the ones I didn't play the originals of, I at least played the remakes. So this is going purely aesthetic. This is why some of them are lower than they probably would be if I went by like what I normally do with usefulness and stuff. But we got Colossus. I know there's emulators, but I don't like using them because I'm going to be the silly person that would be the one person to get a virus or something. But here we got Colossus. I liked the concept of Colossus. I don't necessarily like the design of Colossus, but I don't think it's the worst. I will give Colossus a C. However, Duosion and the next one I like higher. Bruh, I'm a wimp. Duosion and gets I like the design. They get a higher C. I think they'll both probably stay in C. Maybe this one will get... Nah, this one will get higher. I like how it has like little ears and arms and everything. Ranunculus gets... yeah, this one gets an A. I like Ranunculus. It's cute. Enjoy your lurk. Thank you for stopping by. I just like the whole concept of these. They're cool. And I like the design of this one. It's adorable. But then we have Ducklet. It is a duck. It is blue. It is cute. But the top ducks for me are Psyduck and Quaxley. The Ducklet gets kind of cute. It's okay. It's C. However, Swanna I really like. Swanna is really pretty. I like the design. Such a cool Pokemon. It's one I used a teeny bit. It's not terrible. I would like to be able to use it in a team more. I give Swanna an A. It doesn't get S though. And then we have Vanilla. We're in the ice cream zone. The food Pokemon. Why was this a decision? Why was food ever introduced? I'll never understand. It's not as bad as the F's, but Heidi, I don't care for the I never understood the food ones. This one's lower actually. Vanillish and Vanillux are they can go any. Actually they'll go lower. Some of the items and foods ones are okay, like Milksery or whatever you call that one's name. I forgot how to say it. It's cute. But the ice cream one was weird. The tea one, I like Synasty. That one's cool. Synasty or whatever you say. But anyway, next up we got Deerling. I like Deerling. I like that there's variations. Like you did like the Pavilions and stuff. Those are cool. I like catching each of them. I have found a shiny one before too. It's adorable. I never really use it, but it is a cutie, and I will give it a B for being the cutie that it is. And then Saucebuck is cool. I like this one is one of my favorites. I like the winter version too. Like that has like the cherry blossoms in its antler. Again, it goes up in B. It's cool. It's not A or S though. And then we have Emolga. We got the Pikachu of the generation. Emolga's cool. I like that they went with like a flying squirrel. I thought that was a cute idea. I like the design. Didn't use it much, but I do like Emolga. Emolga gets a B. It does not deserve A or S, but it does get a B. Then next up we have Carabas. Another Pokemon I keep forgetting is this. It's alright. Bug. It's a D. It's okay. However, Cavalier, I'm guessing how to pronounce it. I like this design. I think this one's cool. This is one, again, I want to use and I never just do it. Love the whole theme, like the knight, like jousting knight type of thing with the lance type thing. This one gets about a, yeah, I give it a B. I think it's cool. Actually, you know what? It's an A. I like the design a lot. It's unique, and I like it. Then we have a fungus and, you know, the Among Us. It's the Among Us. I didn't care for these Pokemon. Like they put like the Pokeball on the top though. That's cool, but it is just mushroom. It's E. Among Us even gets F. I don't care for it. It is better than the monkeys though. My cat has come to say hello. Spooked me because it hit the curtains next to me. Then next up we have Frillish. Another weird Pokemon in my example. These next few are like, I never was big into. The pink version, I like that there's the two versions though. I think that's neat. However, it goes into D. Same with like, I don't like Jellicent either. It's weird. I do like that it's like a huge mustache and it's like king queen type thing. But it's D. And then we have Alomomola or whatever. This one's also weird. I know what fish, it's like the sunfish or whatever it's based off of. I don't like the design. E. Why don't we have some help? I have Crazy Frog stuck. Why is Crazy Frog? That's just random here. Why is Crazy Frog stuck in your head? Was it the one where he's making all the weird sounds? It's only the one, I think. Next we have Joltik. I love Joltik. It's adorable. Look at him. Look at it. Cutie. Cutie little like spider thing. I do know the song, unfortunately. I give Joltik a B. It's cute. I like Joltik, and I also like Galvantula, which I will say, it's shocking I like this, given the fact that I am terrified of spiders, but this is cool. In Pokemon, they're okay. Except the one spider in the recent gen. That one's freaky. But this is cool. I give it a B as well. It can go up with Joltik. And then we have a Ferrosteed. This one is weird. I found this whole line weird, but I know its evolution is pretty good. This one gets an F though. I don't like its design. Ferrothorn is pretty strong, but I don't like its design as well. I hated facing this thing. E. Then we have Clink. I actually really like the designs of this. This is one of the ones with the inanimate objects that I enjoy. Call me a sucker because it's gears and I'm a steampunk lover. But I like Clink. Clink's cool. I like this using them. They're actually pretty strong. I'm good in C. And then Clang also. I think the majority of them go in C, except the last one might get higher. Yeah, Clink Clang can go into about B. I love this design. I think it's a cool Pokemon. I like the concept of it. B. Then we have Tynamo. I'm not gonna say what it reminds me of. I hate running into this stupid thing because I can't see it in the wild because it's so darn tiny. It's just, it's D. Yeah, it's what it looks like. I'm not gonna say it. Then we have Electric. I don't like the designs of these. I think it's cool they have an eel, but I don't, this is an F for me. I don't like these. They're weird. What the heck was that? Oh, it was just my list of my Pokemon. Oh, I went past it. Electros. Same thing. I don't care for the designs of these. They're freaky. Not a fan. Sorry to those that like them. The next up we have Elgium. I don't know how to say it. I like this. This Pokemon's cool, and I wanted to use this more. I love the design. It's like a little alien robot thing. This is an S. I love the design of this and its evolution. Behemoth. too. It's super cool. I love the design. I would like another evolution to these. That would be really nice. Oh gosh, we're going to where it's lowering on me. Let's put it there. There we go. S. Next up we have Litwick. Litwick is cool. I like this line as well. Again, we're getting into the inanimate object types I do enjoy. And these make a little more sense, being with the being a ghost typing and all. It would make sense that an inanimate object is alive and everything with what it is. It's the ones that aren't the typing that it gets a little weird to me. But I like Litwick. I like the whole candle theme, as you can tell with you know, the badges for subs are different levels of candles, and given my lantern and all. Litwick gets to be up in S. I like this whole line. This whole line is super cool. And they have purple in them. I mean, what's even better? It's purples. You got Lampant, also an S. This whole line can be up there. And then we have Chandelure, also an S. That one's my favorite. It's super cool. I also noticed it's more evened out on where I'm placing everyone this time in rank, except for like Woobat, but Woobat's special. Oh gosh, I can feel my voice starting to go. That's why I'm not trying to go too fast, but a little bit, because my throat is kind of hurting, I'm not gonna lie. Allergies suck. Then we have Axew. I like this line as well. We have a bunch of good ones coming up. Axew's cute. This Pokemon's strong. I have used this in other gens. This one's going up in S, not only for looks, but also for the strength. This one I do know. Fracture. Oops, excuse me. Also, super cool Pokemon line. And I mean, look at Haxorus. This thing is awesome. The blades on its like face, everything. Dinosaur. S. And then we have Cubchoo. It's adorable. Little polar bear with the little snot icicle thing. Cubchoo is cute. I love Cubchoo. I like have the whole bear squad have Cubchoo and Teddy Ursa. I think I like Teddy Ursa just a smidge more, but Cubchoo is adorable. Cubchoo can be an A. And then we have Beartic. I actually don't really like Beartic's design as much. It's something like right with the top of the head. It looks too tiny. The way the head here is done is too small. It just doesn't seem proportionate to me for some reason. I'm gonna give it a B for that reason. As the only reason. Otherwise, it's a cool Pokemon. Then we have Cryoagnol. Another one that I forget sometimes is a Pokemon, but I run into it a lot in other gens. It looks cooler in the game because it has usually like the snowflakes around and all. This one's weird. The concept's neat, but I find it kind of odd. Let's see. I don't think it's so bad that it's a D or lower, but it's kind of odd. And then we have a Shelmet. It's kind of funny because you would think this thing evolves into the other thing, but it doesn't, which is odd. Or maybe it does and it's just where it's placed in the line. I don't know, because I didn't really get to use it. The kissy face though. Shelmet's cute. I like the concept of it, but it's not my favorite, but I will give it a C. And then his Selgor, and the whole mummy thing, it's cool. Again, it's not my favorite. I'll give it a C. The ones that I'm like, they're not terrible, but it's like, I'm just average. Then there's Stunfisk. I don't like this Pokemon. You just walk on this thing all the time. And it looks like the bear trap. This F. It's worse than the monkeys, I will say it. Then we have Mienfoo. I actually really like Mienfoo and its evolution. I did use these in one gen that had them. Super cool Pokemon. Love the design. This one's an S. These can go into S. Same with Mienshao. It's so pretty. It has like an elegance to it. I like the eyes. I like how it looks like it's purple. S rank. Then next up we have, if I can click, Judgion. I don't know how to say it. I actually really dislike the design of this one. I know a lot of people like it, but it's like they got the dinosaur. It would be cool, but I don't like how the colors mesh. If the red head and the blue body just throws me off. I feel like if it was all one, like if this was blue too, it wouldn't be as bad. But there's just something, I don't like the coloring. It's E. I don't like this Pokemon design. Then next up we have Golett. I love Golett a lot. I like Golett and I love Golurk. It has the golem, like robotic kind of automaton type of thing going on. This gets an A. It's not quite an S, but it is an A. Same with Golurk. Love it. It's super cool Pokemon. Seeing this in Detective Pikachu was terrifying and it was awesome at the same time. A. But then we have Pawniard. S. This thing was one of my favorite Pokemon when I played X and Y and I saw this thing because it was my first time seeing them. I wanted that on my team right away. And then they got the evolution now and it's like super cool with Bisharp, and then it turns into King Gambit, but King Gambit's in this gym, but still I love this design. It is such a cool Pokemon. One of my all-time favorites. So cool. I can't get over the design. S. See, I love some. There's some that deserve S. And then there's a Bouffalant. Bouffalant's cool looking. It was nice. Needed something else besides like a Tauros in that part. I like the design. It's cool. But it's just, you know, it is a buffalo. I give it, it's a B. I give it a B. B for Bouffalant. And then we have Rufflet. I love Rufflet and I love Braviary. This is another one that's going to be high in here. But it gets an A. It doesn't quite get an S. It's not special enough, I feel, to be an S rank. But it's super cool. Love the designs. A. And yeah, I am starting to lose my voice. Ah! And then we have Volibee. I think this Pokemon's funny. I like that it's like has like an egg diaper. I don't care for the design that much, but I do think it's funny at the same. It's weird. It's a C. It's not my favorite, but I like how funny it is. And then there's Mandibuzz. It's like a caveman kind of vulture. I like the design, but again, it's a C. It's not my favorite. And then we have Heatmore. This thing's weird looking to me. It's cool. I know it's like an anteater with the flyer tongue thing. With the tail being like where it's like a smoke and all that. It's weird to me. This one's weird. I don't care for it much. It's a D. And then we have Durant, another one I keep forgetting is a Pokemon. It needs an evolution. Unless did it get one? I don't think it did. It's an ant. It's okay. It's E. It's kind of eh. Can go high E though. And then we have a Dino. This thing's cute and got the Beatles haircut going on. I like Dino. Dino gets a C. Same with like Zwelos, the two head kind of thing going on. It's a C as well. And then lastly, Hydreion. I don't like this one that super much. It's a new form with its like future form. That is weird. It's wild. I like this version of it better. But it's also a C. And then next up we have a Larvesta. I really like Larvesta, but I like its evolution more. This is okay. I thought this Pokemon was cool. It was hard to catch. They're almost like in a weird state where they're kind of like a legendary status, but not. I give Larvesta about a... it's a C. I don't think it's quite a B. However, Volcarona. Volcarona is super cool. I liked Volcarona. I did use it. A. 1 second. I'm going to take a drink. Next up we have Cobalion. I like, for some reason, these legendaries always look like they're wearing shoes to me. It's like this one has spats on. But I really like the design of this one. This is like the, what is it, like Sacred Sword Pokemon or something? I want to know more about them. I didn't see the movie, but I heard of it with Keldeo and all of them. But this is cool. I like this one. I like the design. This one's high. This one gets an A. It's not quite S, but I like it a lot. And then we have Terrakion. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's cool. Again, it looks like they have shoes on. It's not my favorite of the new legendaries. I give it a B. It's a high B. And then we have Virizion, or like called the Verizon Pokemon. The name always throws me out. I like the design of this one too. Super cool. This one also deserves an A up with Cobalion in my opinion when it comes to the look. I like it a lot. And then we hit... Why? Why would the weird genie type Oni... Like, I want... These were a design choice. Tornadus, Landorus, and all of them. They weren't not my favorite of the... Especially the new one with the heart is kind of freaky looking. They're not my favorite of the legendaries. They get D's to me. I am sorry for those that like them. They're not my favorite. I find them kind of weird looking. But they go in that. But it was funny when I was going through this and going through the numbering. This is like 642, but the next one is not the third one of them. It comes later, oddly, in the numbering, which I did not understand, but alright. Then we got Reshiram. Another reason I really want to play Black and White. These are some of my favorite legendaries, if not my actual favorites. I love the design of these legendaries. They're super cool. They get an S rank because these are, yeah, they are my favorite legendaries basically. They're up there anyway with my favorites. Same with Zekrom. They're super cool. I like the concept of the black and white, how they look. Like it. I like Reshiram a bit more than Zekrom though. And then here we have the other one. Why it's in this order, I don't know. It's weird. We go back, you can go down here with the rest of them. And then we have Kyurem, which is like, isn't it like a combination of Reshiram and Zekrom? Is that what the story has? I know a little bit, but not much. Again, love the design. Super cool Pokemon. I think that's neat that they have like the fusion thing. They need to add that as an actual thing. Maybe in the remakes we'll get more fusion things. Hey, you can hope. That'd be cool. And then we have Keldeo. Cute. I like this legendary. I like the design. Again, all the excess legendaries I feel are kind of like pointless to have them all. But I'm not mad at this one because I do really like the design. I'm actually not mad at the next two as well. This is an S. The next two are going to be S. Let's be real. Meloetta, also super cool. One that's more human form that I don't mind, and I actually think it's a really cool design. I like the different forms as well. It's cute. I like the design. This is an S. I'm kind of rushing because, yeah, I am losing my voice right now. Ah! And then Genesect. I mean, come on. This thing is super sick. I love it. I want to use it. I never get to use it much because it's like hard to get. You gotta get special events and stuff to get it. S. And there's our Gen 5. Oh. Whew. So here we go. Again, I really hope to play Gen 5 sometime. I hope there's a remake so I can experience it. Or find a way. I don't want to use an emulator, so find a way to play the originals. We'll see. Maybe one of my friends has them. I have friends that own the game, so we'll see. But yeah, next week we'll continue on with Gen 6. We're getting through the gens, and then I am going to do, at the end, I will be doing a tier list of all the gym leaders and probably the league, the Pokemon League characters as well. So look forward to that. Let me get over to just chatting. But yeah, thank you all who stopped by today. This was fun. Again, sorry for the misstream on Thursday because, again, my capture card died and it just bummed me out and I didn't feel up to streaming. Next stream will be tomorrow. We're doing more Lethal Company. This time, though, it'll be again with Sky Torisuna, but we will also be joined by Plague Doctor Hezekiah Mara, and I believe she is a mining dragon, Vivia Dragon. We'll be joined by her, and it should be more chaos back in working for the company and gathering scrap, so we'll see how it goes. So look forward to that tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. And then Sunday, I'll be sure to post my schedule for next week up on Twitter and on the Discord, so be sure to look out for those. It will also be on Blue Sky, and I do post my schedule to YouTube as well now in the community section. So yeah, next week though, I don't think I have any collabs lined up, so we'll have some games finally lined up, like get back to some of the other ones. We are behind. We need to get back to Persona and Little Goody Two Shoes and Life is Strange and continue them so I can start some other ones too. Because we got some amazing games coming out that I'm excited for and I would like to stream. But gotta get through these first. But yeah, take care everyone. Let's see who we can raid. Let's see, who is, on. Refreshing. Is anyone alive right now? Let's go raid. Let's go raid Kana. I have not raided them before. They are playing Hi-Fi Rush. Love that game. I'll see you all over in Kana's stream. Hopefully they're not ending. I forgot to check that, but that's okay. We're already in it. We're in it. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful rest of your day, and